Have you ever found yourself stuck with a compiler error that just doesn't make sense? It can be really frustrating, right? If that's you, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into how to null check a C#7 tuple in a LINQ query. I totally get it. You write your code, and then boom, a compiler error pops up, leaving you scratching your head. You're not alone in this. Many developers face similar issues when transitioning to new syntax. Here's the specific situation we're looking at. One user recently asked, how would I go about checking that the tuple is found prior to proceeding in my found logic? They encountered a compiler error when trying to check if their tuple was null. Sound familiar? Let's dig into this together and find a solution. So what could be causing this issue? In C#7, tuples are value types, which means they cannot be null. This is why you're seeing that compiler error when you try to check if the result is null. We'll break it down step by step so you can understand how to handle this. And don't go anywhere. I've got a pro tip at the end that will help you handle tuples like a pro. To check if the tuple is found in the LINQ query, the user can modify the code to use a nullable tuple. This allows for a proper null check without causing a compiler error. Next, the user should update the null check condition. Instead of checking if the result is equal to null, they can use the hasValue property of the nullable tuple. Now, let's see the complete modified code. The user should ensure that the entire logic is correctly implemented to handle the nullable tuple. Finally, the user can run the program to verify that it correctly identifies when a tuple is not found, displaying the appropriate message. Did you know? The first version of C# was released in 2000, and it has evolved so much since then. Just like us, programming languages grow and adapt. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach shared by a user highlights that C#7 tuples, known as value tuple, cannot be null since they are value types. Instead, you can check if the tuple equals the default value. To do this, use the equals method for comparison. That's it for that response. Let's explore another one. An alternative approach provided by another user involves using C# 7.3 features. They suggest selecting items from a list and checking for a match using the getHashCode method. If no match is found, they check if the tuple equals the default value. Let's move forward and look at another answer. An alternative approach suggested by a user involves using the select method to create a tuple alongside a Boolean flag. This way, you can check if the result was found without encountering a null reference error. Here's the pro tip I promised. Always remember that value types cannot be null. Understanding this will save you from many headaches in the future. And there you have it. You should now be able to handle null checks for C#7 tuples in your LINQ queries. Remember, understanding the fundamentals is key. If you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button for more tips, and don't miss our bonus pro tip on mastering LINQ.